Good morning, all. Welcome to your analysis on the 17th of December 2019. So, what we're doing as we edge towards Christmas, we're really only really doing an analysis if it's indeed a day where there's trade opportunity that we're taking. Okay. So, as I said before, everything's been covered in the Telegram group. So, whenever anything's going on, we'll pop an alert into the Telegram chat and keep you guys posted. It's likely to get quieter and quieter. The sort of the closer to Christmas we get. Usually, I don't trade at all in December, but I just thought, well, with it being kind of the first year of the live terminal, I thought it'd be nice to kind of keep everyone connected. So it's so quieter month as expected, but it's there's still been some opportunities worthwhile, like last week's trade that was sent out. Okay, so as you can see, we've got a fairly quiet news day today. Nothing particularly high impact coming out for the session, so we can expect a fairly steady flow in the markets. Having a look at what's come out, we've seen some gains on the Dixie, so the US. So we've had strong knob data, a recent increase in yields and weakness across most of its counterparts. So really, we're looking to buy the dollar based on the NAB data and the yield increases. On the weak side of things, the pound's looking a bit weaker today. So at the moment, Johnson's looking to kind of roll out an extension of any EU transition period. So it just means that the prospects of a no-deal Brexit are still on the table quite firmly. So the pound's weakening of that. And opposite end of the world, we've got the RBA meeting minutes that came out, and we just had the reiteration that the Australian bank can add further stimulus if needed, and they are ready to ease again if needed. So at the moment, we've got a relatively dovish Australian dollar. Fundamentally, the bank have kind of said that household income low growth is a concern, and that it's just not fast enough at the moment to reach their inflation goals. So it's very much a dovish release. So just keep an eye out on further data releases. So we've got employment, obviously, but just keep an eye out on what the housing market does as well. So we're looking at household income. We just want to keep an eye on that, essentially. So that's pretty much the main things that are sticking out to me. We did have some news come out for the New Zealand, but it's not something I'm particularly that interested in today. So it's really about the pound and the Aussie, looking to sell both of those in favour of the USD. So if we have a look at some charts, we'll have a look at the Aussie US first. So we have a look at the Aussie US M15 chart. I mean, any chart's fine, to be honest. It doesn't really matter. But let me just close down my notifications. Here we go. So all I've done, I've highlighted the Fibonacci. I've used that to retrace the overall trend down that I can see start to finish. Straight away, I'm looking at the 38% retracement as a potential entry point. If you have a look at a higher time frame, you can see we've got a real good confluence there with Friday's low of the day. So that'd be quite a nice little entry point for me. So I'm going to order in there. So I'll be looking to short this at around the 6.3 mark. Take profits will be around the 43 mark. And then sort of stop losses around the 898 mark or thereabouts. But what we'll do, for the sake of a few pips, I'm going to put my stop loss just above the thousands mark, because that should give us some fairly strong resistance if price got there. In terms of moving stop losses, obviously you need to make sure you're dynamic, as I always say. News is quite quiet today, so it should be a fairly easy trade if it does trigger. But just keep an eye out on the news. If Boris Johnson suddenly comes and says, well, actually, no, we're not interested in no-deal Brexit, then the pound trade, which we're going to go through shortly, won't count. or if we get some really good data come through for the Aussie out of nowhere, again, that could really put us off this trade. But for now, there's nothing scheduled to come out to change our bias on this, so it's a fairly simple trade. So I'm going to order in for this one. So leverage wise, I'm using 2 to 1 in case anybody's interested. So I'm a big believer in using little leverage. So entry 0.68635, take profit 0.68432, and an initial stop loss 0.69009. In fact, we'll just do 0.60910. Okay, so that's the parameter. Oh, hang on. That's to put that in properly. Right. Okay, onto the pound dollar. So again, Fibonacci retracement is plotted. Levels that are sticking out straight away. We've got 23% retracement. Got a nice confluence with a daily pivot. So nice little entry there. We have also got a good confluence at the 38. You can see, we've had a bit of a reaction off that level already or thereabouts. The 50 is showing good support and resistance as well. So the reason why I picked the 23% is not only because of the confluence, but also because that's going to leave us about 60 odd pips on the table. If the market retraces more than that anyway, chances are it's going to be some kind of sentiment change. So the 23 just seems like the more sensible level to be looking at. Take profit around the 3159 mark. Again, initial stop loss, around the 4318 mark or thereabouts. And remember, this is just an initial stop. So again, make sure if you're following these trades, you've got to make sure you follow the dynamic trade management section of the course. So let's order in for this one. So pending order, sell limit, selling at 1 spot 322, take profit 1 spot 3159, initial stop 1 spot 34318. Let's make sure those orders are there. Yeah. Okay, those orders are there. So that's it, guys. So that's my trading day sorted out. So what I'll do now is I'll just literally I'm done for the day. So there's no high impact news coming out that I need to particularly keep an eye out on. So I'll just leave these trades going. I'll probably come back and check at around 1-2 p.m. see if they've triggered, see what's happening. But other than that, guys, that's me done for the day. So have a good day. I will be around in the Telegram group if you need me. Cheers.